Okay, I know that I previously said in the last video that I was going to cover the mining and the bet mining and how that works with the PKT tokens, but I almost forgot. I want to cover betting strategies for video poker, at least 2 betting strategies that I like. Now, assuming that this is using blockchain hash randomly, properly to simulate a full deck of cards. And this is a brand new website yet. They don't have a white paper up. They don't have anything that I see. They don't have provably fair. So I'll try to ask this around in the Telegram, or you can ask for yourself. If I find out an answer to this, then I'll make certain that I put it in another video. But assuming that they're using the hash, the blockchain hash, which most blockchain casinos, that's what they're doing to create randomness. And the randomness has to be designed to mimic the exact randomness of a deck of cards. If that's the case, then this is a solid game. I mean, meaning that the house edge is going to be extremely low, which we've covered in the previous video. So one of the things that I want to say quickly about things like slot machines, for example, on Tron Bet. Slot machines, you have no way of knowing your expected return because you have no way of knowing absolutely what the odds are. You don't know if that slot game is designed to, give you a 90% chance of winning, a 80% chance of winning, 85% chance of winning, or a 95% chance of winning. I will tell you, in typical casinos, slot machines typically are expected to pay back less than 95%. Less than 95% typically. Video poker in general is expected to pay out, no matter what version you play, they almost always pay out more than 95%. Full pay video poker, which I discussed a little bit in the previous video, is supposed to pay out 99.54%. Now, this is what you would consider if it's properly designed to simulate a true deck of cards. And again, I can't confirm that. It does look that way, but I can't confirm that. But if that's the case, this is what's considered an 8-6 payout, which would be only about 1.1, about 98.4%. It would be the expected win rate. Now that actually doesn't matter a whole lot. It's good to know, and I do want to confirm that it's provably fair in how they're generating the expected returns. But the thing that separates video poker from slot machines is you at least have some idea of what your payout is going to be based off what you're risking. Meaning, you can figure out. Previously, when I talked about strategies, you can go back and look at the strategy video. You can calculate best strategies and you can make decisions, and it's not just randomly just click a button and hope for the best. Click a button and I got a 50-50 coin flip shot of winning, right? But then once you've got all that figured out, and you should understand all of that if you've seen the playlist up to this point. Now let's talk about betting. So there's 2 basic betting strategies. Now, it's important to note that betting also, you get an additional benefit outside of qualifying for the FOMO or the flush round, which you have to bet at least 200 TRX. And that's based on your bankroll. Keep in mind, long term, you're not expected to win, okay? Long term. You're just not. That's important for you to know. But in the short term, like gaming period, you can get lucky. So I like to start, well, one of the strategies, a conservative strategy is just start with a minimum bet, or a minimum bet for my quote-unquote bankroll. And the way that I decide how much is depending on how much Tron that I have. So I did some withdrawals from my other platforms earlier, and I got 1,400 Tron right here. If I wanted, I would probably not start with more than 10 right now. If I had 10,000 or so, I might start with 100. Because when I play, I like to enjoy playing, and I want to play for a while. So one strategy is come up with a base bet and just play. So we'll get started. So we'll just play. And with this strategy, I don't actually change anything. I just use my betting strategy that I covered earlier, and I just play. So we'll make sure that we're recording. Okay, so I just play. And hold the 4s. And you can go back to my strategy video and make sure you're playing the best strategies. Okay, so when I lose, I don't do anything different. I just keep playing. It's not about winning a lot unless you hit a big hand. This could be awesome. Maybe we'll get a full house. That would be a 8-to-1 payoff. Can we get a full house? Give us a 4, give us a 7, give us a 4, give us a 7. 4, 7. Come on. We got a 2 pair. All right, so we already knew that. And then that was a 2-to-1 payoff. So then we just keep going. So this is just standard minimum betting. That's all it is. There's nothing extraordinary about it. It's just about, you know, enjoying the play. Now, this isn't my favorite way to play. I like to, you know, I like to risk a little bit, gamble it up a little bit if I'm gambling, because the whole goal is to kind of go for a big win. So if you've watched any of my videos, I always like some sort of version of a martingale strategy. And here's how I apply that strategy with video poker. So I'll start with a min bet. Always start with like a 10 bet typically, because this can go up quite a bit. And I will tell you, martingale on video poker is a bit more risky, but also a bit more exciting than typical martingales on like roulette or anything else. So watch. We'll click play. Okay, so we got jacks or better, so we're clearly going to win this one. We'll at least get our, I call it a push. It's going to be an even, you know, jacks or better, you'll get your bet back. All right, so we got a push. So next up, we don't change anything. We just keep playing until we get a loss. Okay. So we will do this here. By the way, the strategy is you want to do 2 cards, preferably connected. If they're 2 cards over jacks, preferably connected without gaps, like this, because it just gives you more options to win, and preferably suited if you can get it. Again, you can go back to my strategy video and look at the description and the strategy table to know exactly when cards you should be saving, what cards you should be discarding. Okay, so we lost. So what do we do when we lose? We 2x. Again, the thing about martingale is it's a lot more risky. And there's a lot of versions. Sometimes people like to have, you know, stop losses. Like if I get to, you know, if I double to 80, I'll stop. And that's fine if that's your strategy. Okay. So we'll do king, queen, or we could do jack, queen here. I think it's statistically the same. But king, queen gives a chance to, you know, we got a long shot chance of getting a straight. Ace, 9, 10, jack. We'd have to get a jack back. But we also got a chance at pairing either the king or the queen. All right, so we lost. What do? Well, we up it one more. And you can go as high as you want. Now, there's a few advantages to the martingale strategy that make it a lot of fun. I'll discuss that here in a moment. So, what do we got? Nothing amazing. All right, we'll keep these 2. Let's see what happens. So the advantages to the martingale strategy, just to cover some of them, is, of course, you're gonna win back more than on video poker. You're gonna win back more unless you get 2 pair. You're gonna win back more than you're not gonna just get your money back. The whole idea behind a martingale is you bet 10. If you lose those 10, you bet 20. If you lose those 20, you bet 30. You bet 40. And if you lose those 40, you bet 80. You keep doubling it. And when you win, all you actually win is all of your previous bets back plus 1 unit, your minimum bet or your first bet, whatever that was. The great thing about video poker, the good thing and the bad thing, the good thing is when you win, as long as you win above a 2 pair, you're going to win a lot more than just your original bet back, and potentially way more. So, you know, you're increasing it. You're like, okay, I'm about to double it to 80. Maybe my bankroll is not to the place that I want to play 80 bets, typically. But this gives me a chance to still play some of those big bets sometimes. And if you get a big bet, if you end up hitting one of these big hands, you'd much rather have a big bet out there than just a minimum 10 Tron bet. So in this case, we're going to double it again. And I'll go all the way to like 160. I'll typically go up at least one more. Okay, so this is going to give us a, I'm going to hold these 2, draw 3 more. If I don't improve this hand, then it's what I call a push, and I don't increase it that time because I just get my bet back. I just hold it. Here we go. Let's see what happens. So if I don't improve the aces, then I'm just, look at that. Oh, sorry, I thought I had a flush there. I was like, whoa, that's awesome. So I just had my 2 aces, so that's a push, so I don't increase that. By the way, if I would have had a flush, I would have had 6 to 1 or at 80, which would have been what, 540 Tron, I think. I could have never won that just betting 10. So I'm going to increase it one more time. I like to get to the 3 digits if I'm at the 10s. What do we got here? Okay, nothing amazing. So even if I lose this one, I will back down. Just bankroll management. But maybe I'll win it, because if I get 2 paired, that'd be 2-1. No, I lost. So I'll just back down. And you can keep going as high as you want, and it depends on what your bankroll is at the time. And then I would start over again. But you can, it's a little bit more exciting, I think, to kind of play that way. Oh, the other advantage I haven't got to talk to you yet about, and we'll cover that in the next video, about mining these PKT tokens and what is that all about. But just know this, by playing the bigger bets, you get a chance to mine those tokens a little bit faster. So we'll be covering that in the next video. Let's see. Okay, we just got jacks or better. That's a push. We're going to play this round out, see what can happen. See if I can land anything. Okay. So might get something here. Might get 3 of a kind. Lost, so we'll double it. And look, when you're just having bad luck, you're just having really bad luck. It just is what it is. There are times you just have to quit because it's like, you know what? Today I'm just having bad luck. That's gaming responsibly. By the way, if you want to play Tron Video Poker, there's a link in the description. Make sure gaming, you're following all regulations and laws in your area if you're going to be playing. All right, 3, 4, 5. That's pretty useless. If we didn't have the jack, we'd have discarded everything. So we'll play that. Okay, so we got 2 pair. Awesome. And then, so we didn't just get 80. We didn't win our 40 plus another 40 back. We got our 40 plus 80 on top of that. So we'll go back to a min bet. I'll play one more just to show you. Kings, what do we got? We'll hold the king, draw. Now it's important, anytime you use a martingale strategy, it can, when it's going well, it can go really well. And when it's going bad, it can go really bad. Just keep that in mind. And martingale works better the bigger bankroll you have and the smaller bets you're playing. All right, so we'll keep that king. It's always cool because sometimes you'll keep one card and you'll end up drawing like a 3 of a kind or something even better sometimes. You never know what's going to happen when those cards turn over, and it can get exciting fast. Okay, so I always look to make sure I don't have 4 flush, because that's actually, you actually got pretty good odds of hitting, 6-1. So just got aces. Let's see what happens. Give us another ace. Give us another ace. And give us 3-1 on our 40. Oh, there we go. Look at that. So again, if I had been betting 10, I would have gotten 30. Great. But instead, I got 3-1. So I got my 40 back, and I got 3 more. I guess what? 2 more. 120. So that's beautiful. That's beautiful. All right. So that's the betting strategy for video poker. And if you haven't seen my entire playlist on the play strategy, understanding what PokerTron is all about, make certain that you go back and watch the full playlist from the beginning. I'll put a link down in the description if you want to test it out. Please abide by all rules and regulations in your area, all laws, and at the same time, please game responsibly. This is a brand new game. It's a brand new website. Today's the first day that it's been live. So I would recommend, make small bets, have fun, don't get crazy, enjoy it. And first and foremost, before you play anything, make certain that you watch my videos. Subscribe down below. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Hit that bell notification icon so you can get my next video. And I promise in my next video, I'm going to cover the PKT tokens, what's that all about, how you can share some of the profits from this game. So stay tuned for that.